Hey everyone, it's Jennifer. How are you guys doing? Oh my gosh, it's Wednesday already. Seriously, I know. And today is my late night. Hey Nikki, I just got done with a meeting. We ended it half an hour early or 20 minutes early, and I thought, you know, I'm going to hop on and take a quick break and say hello because I know how much Mickey Sunshine Creates loves pop-up lives, right? Pop-up lives. Hey, Jill. Welcome. Good to see you. How are things? I was case noting earlier today. I was in Billy and Lizzie. Lizzie, I'm not going to miss this pop up. Hey, Mickey, I was just talking about you. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Dawn. Good to see you. Hope all is well on this, hump day. So yeah, I thought I'm going to take a little break and jump online, see how you guys are doing. Yeah. And Billy really inspired me. I have like 6 Elizabeth Wards that I use for my extra drills. And he inspired me because I also use them for my sparklers and ABs. Well, not my sparklers. I use them for my ABs. And I'm running out and I'm like, I don't want to spend more money on buying more storage for drills I keep, but I also don't want to spend more money on buying for more ABs. And I also don't have, yes, Dean. So yeah, I thought, I'm going to bite the bullet and I'm going to change my old school storage. I know a lot of people throw them out. It's actually really helped me in the past having that storage because there have been kits that I've been short of. And I know most of the companies I purchase from now send, if you're short, they have a warranty. And so they send them, but I don't want to wait. I also have some DIYs that I'm thinking of. I just haven't have time to do them. And anytime I take vacation, there's some sort of trauma or tragedy or illness or sickness or holiday. 2 years ago, I realized all of my vacation time was always just like holiday and it gets stressful. Hey, Cheryl. And so 2 years ago, I said, all right, I'm going to start actually taking a vacation. And then my adult life hit the wall and my vacations turned into long-term hospital stays for my husband or family tragedy, things like that. So hopefully 2022, I can dive in and just really enjoy life, so to speak. Also, this pop-up live, go if you haven't watched it already. Check out the video on Dazzle Frazzle Digging Deep. It's DP 101 Digging Deep with Drills. I'm doing a flash giveaway. So if you guys make a comment on that video saying what your favorite special drill or enhancement is for your diamond painting, not for your life. Hey, Craft and Judy. Hey, Christy. Then I am giving away one of the brand new starter enhancement kits to celebrate blinging in the new year that's coming up in January so that you can bling out your package and you can choose which one you want. So if you want to go and watch the video I posted, it's DP 101, Digging Deep with Drills. I know, Cheryl, I know. Yeah, Sherry, you already watched it. I love that. So then I will do a comment picker, and anybody who made a comment as to what their favorite drills were, then they could potentially win a prize, which is I think it's 6 ABs are included and a sparkler set in that starter enhancement. And that is thanks to you guys who watch my videos, because this is what I do. The money I receive from YouTube, I pour back into you. This is why I do giveaways for lots of my videos. This is why I can do pop-up lives, because you guys are amazing and I want to give back to you. So, and I love doing prizes with small businesses. Yes, Cheryl, exactly. Exactly. So I love doing prizes with small businesses because I feel like I'm supporting them by purchasing from them, but then I'm supporting you by enabling your habits. I feel like it's a win-win, right? What other things in life are a win-win? One thing is, another reason I'm doing pop-up live on Wednesday is instead of running out and getting a soda, which is what I really want to do. I really want a cherry Coke right now. I decided I'm going to do a pop-up live for my 15-minute break since our meeting ended early, and that'll keep me from running out and getting a cherry Coke, which would not be good for me. And yeah, but I can almost taste it. Do you guys have that where you just like, if somebody were to open a can of soda next to me and that like I can actually taste it. And when I take a drink, when I'm at this point of soda, I just like it goes into my blood. It's like instantly like like I know it's an addiction and I'm not making light of that at all. So I decided good choices. Number one, I'm hosting a giveaway. And number two, I'm doing a pop-up live because I love Mickey. Mickey, I love you. So that's why I'm here doing a pop-up live. I did go to Chick-fil-A this morning because if you made a purchase, so I bought some hash browns, but if you made a purchase, you got instead like, hey, it's free breakfast Wednesday. You got a free, yeah, Sherry, exactly. So you got a free mini, like a biscuit chicken sandwich. So when I pulled up to the window, I asked for a large ice water because I had forgotten my water bottle. And what I usually do is I drink 2 cups of coffee. And so that's 20 ounces because I do a 10-ounce cup. Sometimes I do a 12-ounce cup of coffee from my Keurig in here. And then I drink like 2 water bottles. So because I didn't order a drink besides my coffee with my meal, when I pulled up, I said, hey, can I get a large ice water? Well, because I had not ordered a drink, there was not a straw in the food bag. And therefore, when they gave me the ice water, I did not realize. And so I have been drinking out of this all day without a straw, which is fine because we're saving the sea turtles by not doing the straw, right? But I feel like I'm guzzling, like, and thank goodness I'm not driving because if I hit a bump, all that water is going to go in my face, which has happened before as my husband's driving and he'll hit a bump and all of the liquid goes into my face. Yes. So that's my gulping story, but it reminds me of like the big Slurpees or different things like that. I have a set in my trunk that are aluminum. Yeah. Yeah. It's okay if it's a water, Gus. Thank you, Cheryl. So yes, this is water, but I think that's also why, see, it's clear, it's water. I think that's also why I really want a cherry Coke because whenever I go to Chick-fil-A for not breakfast, I get a cherry Coke. And yeah, it just I really want one, people. Hold me back. Hold me back. If I can just make it to 5 Eastern, I'll be fine because then I'll have a client and then there's no way I can escape this office. Yeah. Anyway, guzzling away. Cheryl, promise it's not Sprite. Which, um, yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on with me. There's, I labeled this like, what in the world am I doing? I'm just chewing the fat with you guys. I did get a call. Speaking of chewing the fat, I decided this year I was going to buy a cow. A cow. I work till 7, Mickey. Yeah. Um, so I did the research and I can't buy a whole cow because number one, I can't afford it. Number two, I don't have the storage space, and that's like 1,000 pounds, right? So I had 3 other friends going in on it with me, and we were each going to buy a quarter cow. We're going in on it together. But because of the inflation prices, it went up by $100 per person. Hey, Cindy Lee, good to see you. So when I called my 3 friends and I said, this is the final cost, because they're like, oh, well, we're eating more healthy now, so we don't want to purchase. And it is a little costly. Do you like my voice? That's not how they really sound. But I was like, okay, fine. So I called the guy back, and he's a farmer. He raises 8 to 10 cows a year. They're all like hormone free, they're grass fed. It's just a family farm. And I was like, I'm sorry, my friends fell through. There's no way I can afford a full cow. He's like, I can still sell you the quarter cow. I'm like, all right. So I've already paid him, and then the butcher called. So I've never bought a cow before. So the butcher calls, and the admin person's like, hey, Red, so good to see you. So the butcher calls their staff, this sweet girl named Hannah. She calls and she's like, hey, this is the, butcher shop, and we just need to know how you would like your cuts done. And I'm like, cuts? Like, I don't know. All I did was buy the quarter cow. I thought you guys cut it. She's like, well, we do, but we need to know how you want it cut. And I'm like, how do you cut a cow? Like, I don't know, with a knife? No, seriously. So, and so she's like, well, we need to know, like, do you want hamburger, sirloin, what kind of steaks, and I just was like, thank you, Red. I'm like, can you send me like a picture of what I'm supposed to choose? Because online, not at their butcher shop, but in general, normally if you buy the front of a cow, this is the type of stuff you're going to get. If you buy the back of the cow, this is the type of stuff you're going to get. But this guy who I bought the cow from said his butcher mixes it all up. So I'm like, okay. I just figured that meant they were just going to give me 2 of this, 2 of that, 50 pounds. He told me like 50 pounds of ground beef. He said their butcher usually does 50 pounds of beef and 50 pounds of everything else. And I'm like, all right, that's great for me. So she sent me this text, and it still didn't make sense. Hey, D Baker, great to see you. So, um, so she sent me the text, and I was like, all right. So then I called him back, and I'm like, okay, this is what I want. I want the T-bones. I want the ribs. I want the sirloin. I want they call it hamburger, but it's the ground beef. I want this, this, and this. So basically I wanted everything but one thing. And she's like, all right, well, how do you want it packaged? I thought you were the processor. All I wanted to do is write a check, pick up my beef, and move on. So I was like, what do you mean? How do I want it packaged? She's like, well, do you want it in 1 pound or 2 pound increments? Do you want it in, we do 2 steaks that it packaged together? And I was like, just do what you normally do and tell me when to pick it up. So they've been calling me for the last 2 days. Well, yesterday I left my phone at home by accident, my personal phone. I had my work phone, and that's another story. Wait till Friday. I have so many stories to tell you. Oh, there's so many Facepalm Wednesday stories from this week. So I guess they were calling all day yesterday, but they never left a message. Then they called today right in the middle of this meeting. So I took myself off of video, muted the meeting, and luckily it was just an informational meeting. There was like 100 of us in the group, so nobody really knew. We were mostly all off video. And she's like, "Yeah, your beef's ready." Well, they told me the beef was going to be ready um, Friday. So I'm like, "Okay." And I was like, "Where do I pick it up?" She goes, "The employee door at the shop." I'm like, "No. Do you have an address?" Like, I don't know where you're located. I have no idea. All I know is the farmer. It's like this butcher shop, probably because I'm dumber than a box of rocks. So she's like, "Oh, yeah. So here's the," and then I asked her, I was like, "So when are you open?" She's like, "We're open from 7 to 5. Well, this farm's an hour out of town. They're an hour away. And the reason I went with this farmer is the former clinician that was helping me. She lives on a farm and this is her husband. So I thought I'm trying to help them out. And she got pregnant while I was on leave. And so she quit and she's gone. Well, I'm not going to renege on something just because she left and I had already paid the deposit. So I know, right, Cheryl? And so yeah, I asked her then, she's like, "Yeah, we're open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5." I'm like, "All right, well, when do I need to pick up this beef? Because I work and you guys are an hour away. And so I need to figure out how to take off work to come get the beef." She said, "Well, we're expecting a lot of deer to come in next week. So we would really like you to come pick it up by Friday." I was like, "All right." So now I have to go after work and sweet talk my husband, who has Fridays off, who's already been rolling his eyes about buying a stupid cow and complaining about it since day one. And I just was like, "Cheryl, great idea." So yes, I'm gonna have to sweet talk him because his day's off on Friday and see if I buy him Starbucks, if he would run and get us our 137 pounds of beef. Yes. So that's my story of the butcher. We are now pretty much up till 5 o'clock, and I have a client who I'm waiting for the front desk to message me if she's here. But I just wanted to do a pop up live, share with you my beef story, and try to keep myself from going and getting a cherry Coke. And I will tell you on Friday. Hi, Berta. That's why they're pop-ups. Oh my goodness. We have the freezer, Cheryl. We have the freezer. And it ended up being like $5.50 a pound. So I figured we're already paying $5.50 a pound right now for ground beef. And with $5.50 for steak and different things like that, I think it'll last us a long, long time. Um, So I love you all. On Friday, I'll finish the story about the beef. I will tell you how I lost my pants in Detroit, and I will also share with you about leaving my phone at home yesterday. So, and what happened with yesterday's lunch for a Facepalm Wednesday story. Okay, guys. Well, I love you all. Take care. Spread the word to Mickey that there was a pop up live in case she didn't know. Exactly, Cheryl. Love you all. Take care. Be blessed. And don't forget to give this a thumbs up and check out the video to get your free ABs. Go leave a message and I will pull the winner next Tuesday when I do my next DP 101 on drills. Take care. Love you all. Bye bye.